Uh, Good evening. I've got to be aware of the sound of the headset. I got some massive feedback from my friend who listened to one of my streams, and he said, your audio is really not good. Let me check my audio. Okay, we've got the echo cancellation on now. It was not on before because I turned it off to play. There was a one point echo cancellation was back on and it fucked up the music, and then it was turned off and it fucked up the speaking part. So um, I'm gonna play a bit of what I got to be careful because I don't. You're the kind that would strike me definitely because you've always disliked me. I'm not stupid. I communicate the way I communicate to get out my fucking point. You may not want to hear it and you may not be reading it, but I put it out there. You didn't block me, and I knew there was a chance that perhaps you'd see it. The reality is, everything you're doing is proving the point that you are a suicide troll, that you are a narcopath, you are a psychopath, you make up your lies about you didn't want to pile on Tiffany, you didn't want to pile on, no pile on for Tiffany, no pile on for Tiffany, but you wanted me piled on. And all I tried to do from the beginning meeting you was work with you to help you because you started out going after Tiffany, but then you changed your whole thing because you would rather use Tiffany to go after Katie. Um, you actually like Tiffany better than you like Katie, obviously. And your whole thing with Tiffany is a LARP. Because you say, oh, I don't like the skinny cunt anyway. I don't like the skinny cunt. And it's like, there she's back with her tongue in your asshole again, you know? And it's just like so LARPy. It's not even funny. But bitch, I don't give a fuck what you think about me, you know? Because you're like strung out on 17 spliffs a day. Isn't a spliff like a rather large joint? It's not your little doobie doob, right? It's like Bob Marley level, I would think. I don't know. What do your spliffs? How big are your spliffs? 17 spliffs a day habit? That's a heavy habit. I'm venturing to guess your spliffs are mondo. So why you want to continue to attack me and what your problem is with me, your display of vanity and ugliness, the way you're speaking about Katie, that makes you popular with all the ugly suicide trolls, but it's not going to win you points with any decent human beings. Attacking me, number one, is an entirely different ballgame than your bullshit with Katie. I never did anything to you. You came to use me. You're talking about they're going to use me. They ain't going to use me. They ain't using me for shit. What you used me for shit here and there, so now you're thinking, well, they're just going to be able to use her like I did. So projection. You're not an honest person. You're not a decent person. You're an opportunist. You know, you get down on your knees and you'll lick and suck anybody if they're going to get your back and tell the story the way you want it. You just, whatever, you're fucked up person. You know that you are. You have a very, very heavy family upbringing thing. And you're more than likely a drug dealer. You more than likely peddle weed. Because how does a woman like you make money? I mean, you live in council housing because you became disabled after the cancer. Isn't that the truth? I don't know your story. You God, do I have to rehash the whole thing, how you came into my life and the reasons? And yes, it appears that you're in love with Yaxley now, that he would be with you I find that questionable because he likes young, hotter women. And I'm not saying you're not an attractive older woman, but I think it was in such bad taste when you just kept showing all your pictures. Look how pretty I am, and calling this woman fat and disgusting and gross. And, it's like, they go low. The idea is aim higher. All you're doing, you're a hypocrite because you're doing exactly what you ridiculed her for doing to you. So she did it to you, but you're just doing the same thing back. So how does that make you any better as a person? It doesn't. I'm gonna play what she's saying. I'm gonna start capturing this bullshit. I get contacted by people. They're like, and I will not be a part of anybody that thinks bashing Malibu and Katie is fun. So, you know, there's, you will lose a lot of support. And then the support you have is Lisa Lake. So you would rather deal with Lisa Lake, a woman for 6 years has been obsessing about me that I want nothing to do with, and you know it. And then all these other people that you allow to file in because you're just an opportunistic bottom fucking feeder. And you'll go anywhere where the goods are. That's all you fucking care about. You want to get the goods and you want to win. You have no care who is harmed in the process of harming the people you want to harm. You have collateral damage all over the fucking place. You don't give a shit. But anyway, your big thing now is it seems that you're in love with Yaxley. So you're doing this big defense of him because he completely hates me. But let's go back and rehash what happened. When you first came to me, when the whole Tiffany Yaxley thing was going down, and you viewed me as somebody that you could use to your benefit against Tiffany, and I was like, I'm down because bitch has been fucking with me. She's fucking with you. And I was like, 100. I didn't even know you, but I was like, between you or Katie, I thought evidence leaned more in the direction that she looked worse than you did. So I leaned towards, I trusted you more. At this time, I don't. But at that time, I felt she looked worse in the scene than you did. But I didn't have all the information. And then all of a sudden, here's Tiffany. So it's all like, come to the stream. It's going to be Molly and all these people and all those women that were, your crew. You had like 3 or 4 people. I don't remember already. Molly, the other lady that had a brain injury, the Canadian lunatic, whatever. I don't even remember her name anymore because I'm not a grudge holder like you are. And I was literally having a nervous breakdown because I was very sick. I was being gang stalked. They wouldn't leave me alone. And I was very, very sick. And when your quality of life becomes that low, you become prey to being pushed off the edge. Right? And that you're not smart enough to know that shows that a lot of the intelligence that you seem to have may be just as fake as Tiffany's intelligence. All it takes is a photographic memory. Doesn't make you a genius. Just makes you somebody that can remember things. So you can look like a genius. Doesn't mean you are one. But you always want to drag my name into every fucking stream. You're completely behind this guy, Glenn, fucking with me. He's threatening me on the daily. He's talking shit and lying. So your levels of integrity are on par. The two of you are dishonest people. You play dirty to win. I don't give a fuck about people like you. You can never come to the United States. You try to get people in the States to fuck with people you don't like in the States. I know, I've heard all of it. Whatever, But you gotta keep poking me for your fucking your boyfriend Yaxley. Because he needs me destroyed. But let's go back to why you wouldn't help me. When I come in and because I was going to your streams and I was getting people coming in attacking me. Charles was banning people because they knew those people were all shit people. But you've now unbanned all those people, so you're allowing all this scum of YouTube, of the internet, to that's your ragtag crew. Like, you think that makes you look good? I don't deserve what's being done to me, bitch. Did you deserve it when it was done to you? I thought that you were a troll, so you went into it to get into big brouhahas with people, didn't you? I don't know. I don't know your whole story. But anyway, so I'm coming to you, I'm supporting you, I'm supporting you, I'm supporting you. And then one day I come to your stream and Tiffany's there. I'm like, what the fuck is she doing here? And now the whole thing is flipped and now you're supporting her. And I was like, I ain't staying here if you're supporting her. I'm not okay with the pile on. You've watched so many people pile on me. You are so full of shit. Are you so stoned out of your mind that you don't know what you're saying and doing? Is that what the problem is? You're just a fucking suicide troll bitch. That's it. Dishonest, no credibility. Fronts like you're, the queen, so above everybody else. That's narcissistic personality disorder. Seem to have no conscience, so then throw in psychopath. And you'll ride on people, and if they go off the edge, you don't care because it's not possible for you to do anything to them. They just did it to themselves, and you don't care. It's not your fault. I mean, all the things you've said, you're a mean and nasty person. The way you sit there and ridicule her over and over again about her looks and her body and everything else, it's playing real dirty. It doesn't matter if she did it before, but she tried to make, amends or truce with you and say she was sorry for the things she did. But I guess the whole time you were against her, so you were playing games and not being honest. But you're another one that just wants to go in there and brag on the way people look, which in many ways is people don't, unless they get to have plastic surgery, they don't get to choose what they come out looking like. I've had weight problems in my life, so I'm not real keen on grinding people about weight. I didn't think I was pretty for a lot of my life, so I don't like to grind on people to make them feel ugly. Like, that's a person with a conscience. You don't have one. I've shown my medical. You want to be piling on me, and that's what you're doing. You don't want the pile on Tiffany, okay? Skinny little cunt that you hate so much. But you want me to be piled on simply because I was under attack by the same people as you, and you consistently refused to help me. You let me in when you wanted to use me for something. I gave you awesome fucking evidence. I threw it right in your lap. And now you're with that guy, which is just, whoa. He threatened to dox my whole family, including minors. That's the type of crew you're with. Lisa Lake, doxing me countless times, swatting me, trying to get me shot and killed by the police. These are the people that you're okay with. Becky, who's a fucking liar, that was part of Renee's crew. And let's get to why you wouldn't help me. Because we're going to have to clean up what you did to that woman, Renee. You're going to have to tell me everything about what happened with that woman, Renee. I didn't do anything but have one or two conversations off the record with somebody. That was it. I believe Yaxley used me to be the intermediate so that he could blame later. He's doing this. One of the reasons he's angry is because I keep putting it back on him. He's the one that did, under oath, made a statement about Renee that she was bringing all kinds of strange men into the house or allowing them to speak to her children, her daughter in particular. And I have his testimony, okay, because he sent it to me. I have the whole thing he wrote. So you wouldn't help me because of what I did to Renee, but you'll help Yaxley, and he did far worse to Renee than I did. his intent was to harm Renee. He didn't give a fuck if she lost her fucking kids. He didn't care. Okay? He's another one. NPD. He's got that Machiavellian, oh, I don't know what. Like, I'd have to sit down to diagnose all the fucking things he's got going on. And, yeah. So, you wouldn't help me because, and I'm telling you, here's what happens. And you know damn well, because you've been working with Yaxley for a while, he's very, very swift at getting into Facebook and grabbing stuff about people. He's very good at doxing people. It is one of his talents, actually. So when I was at the worst, you didn't know me then, but he did, and it was very bad. And he says, you know, what you've done to is terrible, and you must contact her ex, you must contact her mother, and you must tell them what she's doing to you, and she's doing it to you in front of her children, and it's abusive for her children to have to hear her going on, and you know are in a delicate place emotionally, and they don't give a shit the way they're coming after you every night for 9 months straight. She was grinding on me every fucking night. I've told the story countless times, you know. But that was it for you and I, you know, because you're like, well, you have to straighten up what you did and what you did because you listened to Tiffany, because that's not how it went down. And if you hear, Tiffany, bring the audio, because you said that I saw you in one of those chats that Katie said that what a monster he actually is, and that you had the conversation with it's so terrible what was done to my friend Renee, and I've got the conversation with her ex, you know, that I had because you know, wanting to hear about what had gone on there. Well, right in that video, the man says we had nothing to do with Malibu. He says it. We couldn't handle Malibu because I was having a nervous breakdown. We didn't have anything to do with Malibu. What happened was I was the point of contact. He gives me the information. I make the contact. Then he says, direct them to me. And then I am pushed out of the situation. That's what happened. Scotty and Yaxley were the ones that made statements, not me. But for some reason, they want to keep blaming on me. And I've had a revelation recently that I believe that Yaxley went behind the scenes and made some sort of deals with all the people fucking with me. Like that he's going to help them out in some way. They leave him out of the equation of what happened, and just he knows how much they all hate me, so he's going to help them destroy me. They just leave him out of the whole thing with the Renee thing. To me, that's the potential what that happened. That's highly, highly probable. So, fact of the matter is, got people in there hiding in sock accounts. I know exactly who they are. They haven't supported me. They've done terrible things, really. She's wrenched in your stream. I know who she is. And if Penny knew who she was, she would be getting her ass trolled off. I have never, with the way I was thrown away and treated like shit, I've never doxed that woman to Penny. I wouldn't do it. Now, you're saying I'm being used by Katie and Penny? No, I'm not. Penny is so psycho. She cannot hold, like, she's getting so grounded in the pavement that she can't even hold her mask of, you know, like she's coming in to manipulate, but she can't do it because she already went back to accusing you of stalking her kid again. It's like, it's a fucking nut job. I would never have anything to do with her. If I could get some decent evidence out of her, I'd probably take it, but I wouldn't work with her. I'd have nothing to do with her. Like, she is not contrite. She's an absolute piece of shit. And no. So should we go in and listen to what this bitch is saying, or should I just do it another time? Because I'm not really in the mood to do it. I just don't understand why you can't keep my fucking name out of your fucking mouth. Well, I know why. Because you're doing it for your boyfriend, Yaxley. You're trying to score points with him. That's what it looks like. Because why do you keep grinding on me? Why can't you just leave me alone? Just go away. Because you're doing it for Yaxley, that's why. And then you're letting NSC lady who was laughing at me, what happened? You want to kill yourself? What happened? You want to kill yourself? And her saying, "Where can I send flowers when you kill yourself?" These are the people you're hanging around with. You think that's fine? You think that that's a line that can be crossed with vulnerable people? You don't have any understanding of fragile psyches and people with trauma. You don't give a rat's fucking ass. If you're not a decent person, not. You run around just trying to get whomever you can that you think is going to provide the best evidence and optics for you. That's all you ever do. You don't do right by people on here. You're just doing what to get it the way you want it. And you and Yaxley have lied about me. You lied and said I was begging for Tiffany's porn. I mean, what a scunt for you to say such a thing. I was trying to save Yaxley from being further fucked over by that woman because I knew she was no good. And I was his friend. And he wasn't believing because she was saying, "Oh, no, none of that is me. None of that is me." And I'm saying, I'm getting it straight from the horse's mouth who watched a lot of this shit go down. And I trusted you, which is probably not smart, that he's got all this stuff about Tiffany that will prove to you that Tiffany's lying to you about who she is. I was trying to help Yaxley. That's why I went to her and trying to get evidence, historic evidence that could help him because he was being put through the ringer by Tiffany. So I always did the best I could for him. He did not like the fact that I pressed play a lot because I'm emotionally dysregulated, or I was, and I was working with what I had, and it was not good. I had been swatted 20 times, Tracy. You have no fucking compassion. You got Lisa, who's one of the people who's involved in all of that shit. She goes back to the very beginning. You're just a suicide squall, and everyone that supports you is okay with it. So that speaks volumes about you and nothing about me, because I have tried to appeal to your good nature that you don't even have. But I've tried to appeal to some sense of morality, of, integrity. Just, you don't have any. You, back then, because I was laughing at Boo Boo's things when he was pretending to be you walking pigeon toed and laughing about your dog, and it was just funny as hell. It was just funny, I'm going to get with everyone to get you, and I'm going to come at you with everyone. I mean, you're not a decent person. Anybody that supports you again, you're all the company you keep. It's perfect that you're with Tiffany and this fucking guy Glenn. I mean, what is wrong with you? Do you have got some mental problems going on that you would support a man doing what he's doing? You stood up for Brian. I now think that he's lied about Brian being a pedophile. I'm not sure. I need to see the evidence. I didn't get too much into that because I didn't I didn't have time to get the whole story. I did a little promoting of what he was doing, what Glenn was showing about Brian, because obviously I'd be totally against a man that's downloading pictures of little girls in leotards that are not his kids. But now that we know what a like massive liar that Glenn is, I have to rethink, like, is that man being accused of things that aren't even true? And he, because he is in Vancouver, his name is going to be added to every report because that's a local guy being harassed by this guy. So, sounded to me there was back and forth with the police with Brian, but I don't know the whole story. I'm not going to support anybody that's a PDF file, but I have to question anything this fucking guy says. You're just playing something there, and he's like, I would just like a higher quality of people to troll than Malibu. It's like, you want a higher quality of people? I lived a life of sobriety and integrity and honesty. I lived a life of helping people. I sacrificed my career where I could make a lot of money to go into the realm of counseling drug addicts and alcoholics, which don't make a lot of money in that field. It's only certain roles, really, but as a counselor, I was capping out at 55,000 as a case manager, and I was running 15 groups a week. I've helped hundreds, if not thousands, of desperate alcoholics and addicts. You want a higher caliber? You are not a higher caliber. You're not a higher caliber than me, dude. Like, you're a fucking low life troll scum on YouTube. You want a higher good, go find some higher quality people to troll then. I mean, just go away then, perhaps? Is that, no, it's not an option because you're working on Tiffany's grudge and Renee's grudge, and I think you're being paid by Neo. And there's a video I was going to transcript, and I saw the name Neo in it, and I'm like, uh-oh. But I was busy focusing on something else. I'm like, I have to come back to it. So that's what I'm doing next, is I have to go back and find the video that I watched, because I don't watch a lot of yours, so it shouldn't be too hard to find, but it goes back a couple weeks. And I'm going to get into that transcript. And why would you be mentioning that guy's name? Obviously, we know you're totally in bed with Dank and Tag. You're in that Troll Team 6 account. And I just got a video, a comment that popped up with you saying, you just need to stop lying about her husband. I'm not lying about her husband. Number one, they're not married. He's never going to marry her. If he does that, then he's a complete, again, hypocrite, because he says that he's completely against having to pay for a license and be dictated to by the government on anything. He doesn't want to have a driver's license. He doesn't want to pay car insurance. He doesn't want to pay car registration, but he's going to pay for a marriage license. Well, he's completely against the system on that level. Okay. I hope they do. Think that would stop her obsession? Talking about me? Now, you come in something very off about it. So, I think Mr. Carroll needs to come back and explain himself. That's what I think. But maybe he's not allowed to be on here, so he has to pay people to do his dirty work, right? I don't know if I should play the bullshit she was saying right now, or if I should just do it tomorrow. Shows you like a 4-hour stream, and it's going to be, well, it's in the beginning part, so it won't be hard to find it. Yeah, I think I'd like to put together a little more evidence. see what I have in screenshots of her saying nasty ass shit. And how old are you? Mean Girls Unite. So, spewing that ugliness about two wrongs don't make a right. And you resort to the same things what she did. You're no different than she is. You're no better than her. So what ground do you have to stand on? The ugly fucking shit you're saying about her and the way you gloated showing pictures of yourself, it was just, it's cringe, bitch. It's cringe. That's some cringy shit, bitch. Unfortunately for your little buddy Glenda, my family has quite a history in Burnaby. So he thinks he's, bulletproof and immortal. He's not, and nor are you. Because I wonder if anybody's ever. Many people speculate that you deal weed, which is illegal in your country, is it not? Your little friend Tiffy was trying to put you in jail, but you'd rather help her than me. I never tried to put you in jail or anything. I tried to fucking help you. You're just like NSC lady, and she's your friend now. That's because Yaxley wants it. Terrible optics. I don't give a fuck if you don't want to read my message, bitch. I don't give a fuck. You are proving to everybody who the fuck you are and everyone around you. While he's talking about he wants a higher level of people to troll, why don't you get a higher level then, dumbass? Fucking dumbass. So, but you, again, my name on your lips must be like the sweetest, most delicious candy ever, because you just can't stop saying my name. Say my name, say my name. So have your 3-hour fucking troll fest, talking shit and ugliness towards people while the world is in fucking flames and all kinds of shit's going down. And you care about this over here, but you put way more attention on the trolling than standing up for those people, Palestinians. Seems to me 90% of your channel should be about the Palestinians and 10% about this troll bullshit. Then it would show that the entirety of who you are is not a troll. But pretty much that is the fact. So good luck with your endeavors. And, if you want to keep making comments, and I'm going to keep showing, that you're terrorizing me, and I never did anything to you. What did I do to you? I left long messages because I couldn't get you on the phone, but you would take a 5-hour conversation with Glenn. This shows the caliber of person you are. You are the low level he's talking about. You want a higher level, Glenn? Get a higher level crew, babe. I'll be back tomorrow with some real evidence. I'm not doing it tonight. What time is it? Maybe we're going to break down some releases today. I'm coordinating with one of my subs and friends. They support Lisa Lake. She's nothing but a terrorist, suicide troll, just fucking disgusting. I have video of her going, oh, because I was on the verge of homelessness, Tracy. You don't give a fuck. Homelessness. Oh, too bad. That's who your crew is. And Glenn's like, I just feel like you had to have a higher caliber than now. I mean, your your friend Tag and Nancy Lady, those are such high caliber people. Dude, these bitches ain't done shit with their lives. I've done amazing things that most people are envious of. So, suck a bag of dicks and have fun. Before your friend Tracy was your friend, she thought that you were hot for dick too, just like everybody else thought you were just closet gay. Don't forget, macho, macho man. You wanna be a macho man, but you're just so damn effeminate. He wants to be a macho.